What's up, EF? Troy here to talk to you about the November beers. We just got done with the renewal period, so thank you so much to everybody who's renewed. We're grateful for that. If you didn't renew, we really appreciate your business, and let us know if you ever want to get back in. Let's dive into these beers. We've already got one nice and lively. We've got Supreme Clientele 2022, a Blackberry Farmhouse Ale. We've got Dry Hop Undertone with Citra and Mosaic. We've got the return of Shiro Plums with the Funky Blended Preserves. We've got Apricot Fruit Stand, and we've got Nectarine Undertone. So let's dive into them. Up first, Supreme Clientele 2022. This is a blend of mature farmhouse ales on over 4 pounds per gallon of Colorado blackberries. So we hadn't done a non-side project, blackberry beer only in a long time, and so we wanted to do that with you this year. So one of our most expensive fruits, one of my favorite fruits to work with, these are the blackberries that come from Hotchkiss, Colorado. Just like with all these fresh blackberry beers, huge jammy notes, just intense, ripe fruit. Just love these beers. Rich, thick, viscous in the mouthfeel, viscosity in the mouthfeel. Medium acidity, definitely a lot of big berry, bright fruit. Big fan of this one. So thank you so much for another great year, and we look forward to 2023 with all those members. We've got up next Dry Hop Undertone with Citra and Mosaic. We haven't done a dry hop beer in a while. This was packaged back in July, I believe, and delicately hopped with Citra and Mosaic. Nice and bright, look at that. Delicately hopped with Citra and Mosaic. It has some of the most integrated hop flavors that I've ever tasted in one of our dry hop beers. And so I was in the description I wrote, this is definitely one of the best ones that I've been tasting right out the gate. Big citrus, hoppy characters in the nose. The undertone, the oat farmhouse ale is still super apparent. Medium acidity, we get notes of grapefruit, definitely a lot of tropical fruits in this one. It's easy drinking, moderate acidity, super flavorful. My mouth is watering just waiting for more. That's a great dry hop beer for the Team No Fruit out there. Next, we've got Shiro Plums. For those that don't know, Shiro Plums are a golden plum. So this is a golden plum that came from Hotchkiss, actually really close to the farm where we get our blackberries from. So it's a golden plum, a yellow plum that is on the smaller side. It usually provides a lot of citrus characteristics to our beers, and this one is a little bit of an exception to that. So we hadn't played with this one since 2017, I believe, and this batch has a little bit of the plum character, like the classic plum in the finish, but in the nose it is in the nose, it's totally unique, something totally different than any of the other plum beers we've done. So this was used at about 4 pounds per gallon as well, but it doesn't come off like a classic plum beer. The plum flavor is definitely there in the finish, but in the nose, it's something completely unique, completely differentiating from any other plum that we use. It's got a huge body. Whatever is in this plum contributes a lot of body, a lot of citrus characteristic to the, my mouth is still watering. A lot of citrus characteristic to the structure of the beer, and a really unique drinking experience. Definitely more plum. I'm getting more plum trying it this time than I did a couple days ago when I opened up one of these bottles. But yeah, just big notes of some citrus, some of the plum characteristic, and I love the body that these plums are contributing to this. It's not very often you get a lot of body contribution from a fruit, in my opinion, but this is an exception. Super drinkable, again, medium acidity, but really flavorful, citrusy, fruity, a great beer as well. Of course they're gonna be. Apricot Fruit Stand, return of a favorite. We did this batch with Perfection apricots from Colorado this year. So the stars aligned. we were able to get a very small amount of Colorado apricots this year. We know we've been hitting the apricot blends pretty hard, so we kind of dialed it back this year and played with a lot of different fruits. So this is one of the few apricot beers that we made from the 2022 harvest. Saison is the base beer in this one. It's just a great, easy drinker. And this batch of apricots comes off more like a candy apricot. So less so like a dried apricot that a lot of our apricot beers taste like. Like when you eat an apricot that's obviously been dried, this one tastes more like a candied apricot. So kind of more almost artificially like, you know, jacked up apricot flavors. This blend has that. Obviously we don't use any artificial sweetening or flavoring or anything. It's just kind of the fruit is coming off that way. These apricots came from Palisade, Colorado. One of the first growers that we ever got Colorado apricots from. Z's Orchard in Palisade. Perfect acidity. Not hard, not overly acidic at all. We've always been selecting the least acidic barrels for our apricot blends as of late, even going so far as to brew specific batches just with the intention of going onto apricots to try to keep the acidity restrained and dialed back. This is a great beer that showcases Colorado apricots really, really well. Last but not least, we've got Undertone Nectarine. This one was with the Fantasia variety of nectarines. And Undertone is our oat farmhouse ale. So this is made with those nectarines at a rate of about 2 pounds per gallon with this bad boy. Nectarines, what more can we say about them? I love a nectarine. They're not as sexy looking on the shelf as a peach is, and so that's why they're kind of getting less and less popular. But when you see an apricot, or a nectarine, when we get to blend with them, just huge fans of these. This blend is creamy. Probably the least acidic beer of all of these on here. After trying just these medium acidic beers, this one almost comes off as not sour. It's obviously sour, but it's definitely very well restrained from an acidity standpoint. Super intense fruit still. You definitely get some of that fluffy oat characteristic. Maybe that's where that body's coming from, the lack of acidity. You get the complexity of the oat farmhouse ale coming through in this blend as well. So we've got 5 great beers for you this month. There's limit 2 bottles per member, and I just can't wait to see you by the end of the year and into next year for those who are joining us again. So cheers, EF. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great weekend.